In this video, we play the Dragon of Icespire Peak Axeholm quest from the D&D Essentials Kit. Hi, I'm Bob.
I'm Grace.
And I'm Steven.
And welcome back to the Bob World Builder Dragon of Icespire Peak gameplay series. For tips on running this quest and more from the Dragon of Icespire Peak, check out the DM Guide video and the Essentials Kit playlist linked in the description, and subscribe for new D&D videos every Wednesday. Okay, who will you guys be playing for this quest?
I'm Clodagh, human fighter, who's also sick this session, so I apologize in advance for my sniffling.
Gross.
Accompanied by Inverted Nightbreeze, the cowboy elf, and Donabella Fiasco, the unicorn wizard.
And I'm still playing Jug, the dwarf wizard.
Alright, so back in Phandalin, back to the job board, busy as always, and you find this posted there.
Embedded in a mountain south of Phandalin is the ancient dwarven fortress of Axeholm, which has been sealed for years. If a dragon attack is imminent, the people of Phandalin can evacuate and take refuge in Axeholm. To that end, someone needs to open the fortress and make it safe for habitation. Once you accomplish these tasks, return to Townmaster Wester to collect a reward of 250 gold pieces.
So you guys set out. The travel is mostly uneventful, but cool and rainy as you're making your way toward the mountains. Then, thrust from the base of a dark gray mountain is the entrance to the Dwarven Fortress, a dark 15-foot wide passageway flanked by 40-foot high bulwarks of smooth, seamless stone. An iron portcullis covered with rust blocks the entrance. Arrow slits carved into the bulwarks are dark, revealing no hint of occupation.
I bet there's goblins in here.
Let's see. So if the door is rusted, it's not small enough for us to fit through the arrow slits.
Where is the mechanism that normally opens the portcullis? Can we see it, on the other side?
If you peek into any of those arrow slits, there's large inactive ballistas in each one, and large wheel winch things that probably raise and lower the portcullis.
I wonder if I can just lift the portcullis.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, do you think I'm strong enough?
It looks really heavy.
I want to try.
Yeah, it's worth trying. Does anybody want to assist?
Yeah, someone help me.
Yeah, I'll give you a lift.
Okay, should I just do it with advantage then?
Yeah.
21.
Oof. Ugh, heaving. Your hands are getting covered in the rust, and Jug's there also pushing up. You can feel some rust giving a little bit, but you're not able to move in.
Is it enough for Jug to slip under, or do we not move it at all?
No, it doesn't raise.
I don't want you losing your grip and me getting crushed.
It doesn't raise.
Okay.
So wait, how damaged by rust does the metal feel?
It is really old. Yeah, you could maybe spend a while trying to whack it down.
But if we're banging on the door, that might attract anything in there,
The goblins that are totally in there?
It could be orcs.
Nah, I don't know what's in there. I
I
feel like it's gonna be goblins.
Can we look around and see if there's a side entrance, or another passageway?
Throw a perception check out there.
Come on. 7.
No, so you scan around the entrance and the base of the mountains. Don't notice anything. Oh,
could I make a history?
Yeah, I was about to say, give me a
history.
history check.
I should know my stuff. 15.
Using your knowledge of dwarven fortresses, there's gonna be some kind of ventilation, probably some chimneys, maybe up further on the mountain itself. There might be a way you could Santa Claus your way in.
Okay.
If anybody who wants to attempt to scale the mountain, athletics check.
Oh, 20.
Your sturdy dwarf legs just hop between rock to rock. You go toward a chimney. There's one actually on the right and one on the left.
In my element, and I throw down a rope for them to join me. Well, my father always said, right is always right. So I want to go right.
Should I go first?
It looks really dark.
I shouldn't go first.
Yeah, I'll go down, since I'm probably more familiar with the architecture. I can have you to hold the rope, and I'll shimmy my way down the chimney.
Okay, perfect. Jug, you're sliding down the chimney. You're getting covered
Mission
in
Impossible style.
ancient
Just
soot and stuff. And,
Wait, that's copyrighted.
Jug, you land in the base of a fireplace of a maybe 15 by like 20, 25 foot room. Hanging from a hook above the fireplace is a shield that looks pristine compared to the dusty, dirty room. It's really old.
The shield's probably
can I-
magical.
I want to listen to see if I hear any just like scutting around or any talking or moving.
Yeah, a moment or two passes after you land down there. Your echo ceases. The only thing you notice at the moment is a foul, lingering stench. But you don't hear anything moving.
Like, is it like a stench that I know, like dead body kind of stench?
Death.
Oh, great. Well, I guess I light a torch and then pull on the rope.
Nice.
Just to give a signal and be like, hey, come on down.
Clodagh, surprised by the tugging, and falls down.
Oh no.
Oh, that shield's pretty shiny.
Can I identify it?
Clodagh hops up there, knocks it down, catch it as it falls, and you hold it for a few minutes, I guess, to identify, and you determine it is magical. +1 shield.
Yay.
On the front is a large crest that you, Clodagh, recognize. Probably you too, Jug.
Yeah.
This is the symbol of the evil dwarven god of greed, Abathor.
Oh.
I think the dwarves around here just liked that god.
Well, a shield's a shield.
Yeah, I smell something that smells bad.
Surprised you can smell it with your...
Inverna, what does your elf nose smell?
Death.
Could it be coming from this door?
Yep, it's a thick, sturdy oak door reinforced with iron bands, fitted with iron hinges, and handles.
I carefully open it.
The door creaks anyway.
Ah.
But it doesn't make a huge noise, but it does echo a bit as you enter into what seems to be a really quite large room. This large chamber extends out over the entrance below, containing former defensive measures. Arrow slits in the north allow outside light to enter, filling the northern half of this room with sunlight. Between the large pillars are thick, big ol' spider webs, and there are 2 fireplaces on either end of the larger section of the room, and several slits in the floor where it looks like dwarves used to dump, hot oil or something
Murder
as a defensive
holes.
measure.
I feel like they're spiders.
Goblin spiders.
Goblin spiders! I also see the stairs that probably go down to where the arrow slits were with the portcullis winches. I guess I want to sneak in a bit more, see if I can spot those spiders that I am afraid are in here.
So Clodagh leading the way. You guys all tiptoe into the room. Still no, movement or anything that you notice, but you're, right by that staircase. But you're all in there now, already.
Are they invisible spiders? Put your torch on one of the webs. Light it ablaze.
Oh, goodness.
Or I could use firebolt. I firebolt one of the webs.
As you stir up a small flame in your hand and just cast it toward the center of the room, instantly they all just and surprise! A giant spider plops down in the middle of the room, but it's on fire. Yeah, roll damage.
Gosh.
Nice.
7 damage.
Roll initiative.
That's also copyrighted.
I don't own or claim any rights to that song.
Okay.
Yeah, so I gotta bludgeon it with my mace.
Takes a pretty big wallop. One of its legs collapses under the weight of this blow, and you can see now just hangs limply from it as it's trying to skirt over toward you. And it's the spider's turn, so it is going to make a bite attack right on you. Fangs dive into you, and you have to make a Constitution saving throw. You feel... Oh wait, as a dwarf,
Oh,
you feel nothing. You're perfectly fine.
I love getting bitten.
Yeah, I'm also gonna run up to the spider and smash it. I flank. Pew! Ooh, crit.
Ooh, how do you kill it?
I separate its head from its body.
Cleave off its head, and now it still just hangs from Jug's shoulder.
Let's open the portcullis before we do anything else.
So you go down the western staircase, come down, lo and behold, there's a room with a winch.
So I start turning the winch.
It lifts.
Perfect. Now that we got that open, let's go explore and see if there's any other spiders, any other exterminations that we need to take care of.
Alright, so as you leave that room that had the winch in it then, you see a long corridor. As you're walking down that hallway, however, your feet begin to crunch on some bits of what don't feel like stone. Pick a little piece up. Bones.
No.
The smell gets fouler and fouler.
It's stinky in here.
Yeah. I don't like where this headed. Whatever was responsible for it. I guess we should follow the trail and take it out.
So as you walk up into the larger section of that room, you see two undead-looking humanoid creatures just kind of hunched over in there, like sniffing the air. Definitely the source of the smell as well. And roll initiative.
Oh, double.
2 ones in a row.
Wow.
All right, some slow ghouls.
Very crazy.
What are the chances?
Yeah, what are the
Who
chances?
cares?
Yeah.
What you doing, Jug?
All right. I throw out a firebolt right at them.
All right. Ghoul 1 takes 3 fire damage as you blast it.
Alright, Inverna's gonna run up and flank with me.
She lands a hefty blow with her sword, nearly cleaving off one of its arms.
Donabella will now cast Sacred Flame on it.
It's able to shrug off the embers of sacredness. It attempts to rake its claws at Inverna, and it just scratches off her armor. The second one is going to run up and make an attack on you, Clodagh. And so it went in for a bite, but you're able to just like elbow its face out of the way, just kind of hit it right in the jaw. Back to you, Jug.
I charge forward with my mace.
How do you destroy that one?
So I swing up and hit it right at its jaw, just to dislocate it. Just
Nice.
Flying.
Yeah, almost like simultaneous with what Clodagh just did to the healthy one. You just, same motion, and the jaw goes flying off, the head twists almost all the way around, and it collapses to the ground. It's your turn, Clodagh.
Gonna attack the other one.
Chop one of this thing's legs right off, but it's still hobbling around at you guys.
Alright, Inverna's gonna take off the other leg.
One of its arms flies off. It's still hobbling around at you guys.
Alright, Donabella casts Sacred Flame.
Put it out of its misery quick.
She fired right where its missing arm would have been. And yep, it's gonna try to hop over, sink its teeth into her. But it misses and falls to its one knee. Jug, what do you do?
I just mercy kill this thing with my mace.
You don't have to roll.
7 damage.
Yep, you just squish its head in. Okay, and the hall is quiet once again. So you notice that the stench is still there.
So is there something even bigger afoot?
You can't smell it, Clodagh. You're too congested.
Clodaugh's just standing there, mouth breathing.
Starting to become a ghoul.
Oh no, she's infected.
Okay. Which way did you want to go next?
Let's check out the room that we were going to check out before we realized that there were ghouls in here.
There's just some tattered wool curtains in front of you, but they're so decayed you can pretty much see right through them. Looks like they're covering up the old latrine.
Ew.
Be right back, guys. I'm just gonna do some business. You wanna go towards kind of the northern quadrant?
Yeah, we can go through these double doors here.
Okay. So as you push through those double doors, a big creak, a larger echo this time. As you see, this room has a 40-foot high ceiling. The flagstone floor is covered in a thick layer of dust. There's another double door, and above that door, across the hall, you see a balcony. What looks for a second, you swear you see some kind of dim figure pass through a door from the balcony.
Through a closed door. Okay.
Ghosts!
Zoink!
If you believe in a God, I would start praying now. And then as like I want to
Head for those doors?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so you head for
Holding my
the
mace, shaking.
center facing double doors, kind of going, just deeper into the hall, as it were. And as you pass through, they creak open. Arrow slits on either side, and another set of double doors ahead of you. This room, pretty stinky.
Let's get 'em.
As you push open those doors, the stench of death hangs heavy in the air of this dusty, pillared hall, which has a dark, soot-stained fireplace at the east end. A deep alcove in the south wall contains a dais, atop which rests a limestone throne, flanked by granite statues of dwarf warriors. But on that throne sits the dead, in quotes, body of a humanoid figure there. A large, glinting axe kind of resting by their side, and a tilted crown on their head. As you take note, it begins to creak and crack into place, and it stands up, hefts the axe in front of it, clatters the handle of the axe to the ground once, and roll initiative. Picks his axe back up in his hands. Again, this axe is like shining unlike anything but the shield that you've seen so far. Rushes toward Jug in the front of the pack, and he's gonna take a swing. But he clatters it against your shining shield.
Yes. I flank, then I attack.
You take a big old swing with your great sword and chop into his forearm. Tilts the axe for a second, but he rights it again.
Inverna attacks.
He's not looking great, as yet a second sword, this one from Inverna, chops into his other arm. What's Donabella doing?
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame, I guess.
Sacred flames light up his body for a second.
Dude, that's so metal.
He screams out, just
So
a guttural, like, throaty.
That's pretty throaty.
So I come down with my mace.
Yep, you bring your mace down on his other shoulder, completely dislocates it, but it's just like hanging by like what's weirdly left of some tendons and stuff. And it's his turn. He's gonna try to make a swing with his axe at Clodagh right in front of him. So with his limp arm, he can't quite like heft the axe as strongly as he would like to. And still the initial stomp of his axe echoing, as that echo just finishes, two soot-covered ghouls tumble out of the fireplaces in this room and rush over to you guys.
What are they doing in there?
Just waiting. I guess Clodagh and Inverna, who are flanking. With Clodagh, as this claw drags across you, you just get stiff as a board. And the other one is going to make a bite attack on it. She's able to clock it out of the way. Your turn, Clodagh.
I repeat the save.
You're able to just like shrug out of it. Yeah, now.
We're just gonna go on ahead and attack the undead dwarf man, and she crits.
Hell yeah. How does she freaking destroy this?
She executes a flawless spin move and relieves him of his head.
Nice. Yeah, she like blocked the bite attack of the first ghoul out of the way with one arm, swings all the way around with her other arm, and the head for a moment is in place and then just slides off.
Heavy as the crown.
Yep, and the crown clatters to the ground, as does that big old shiny axe.
I will cast Blur on myself.
Yeah, you like kind of phase into multiple projections of yourself. Back to the ghoul's turn.
Hit me if you can.
Yeah, one of them's gonna try. Now it looks like there's so many people over there. But he freaking runs over there and his foot just breaks off. Stumbles, doesn't that one. And second one's gonna make an attack at Inferno. Wow.
So many ones tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I exact my revenge upon the ghoul for paralyzing me. Ooh, I crit.
Wow.
And such extremes tonight.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, yeah, you go at the one that had just like fallen and busted its ankle as it was on its way over to Jug, hack your sword right down its back and almost like chop it in two, and it just splatters to the ground. So there's one ghoul left. It's Donnabella's turn. What's she doing?
Sacred Flame.
Is that all she has, basically?
That's the only good attack she has.
It seems like, wow. That's like my 5th one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You need new dice.
Inverna Celestia, I think.
Sorry.
So she attacks the other one.
Inverna chops into that one with her sword. And it is your turn, Jug.
Alright. Try to shoot a firebolt at it.
This thing's looking pretty weak as your firebolt blasted right in the face. Ghoul turn. It's gonna try a freaking bite at you because you just did some magic in its face.
Hit me if you can.
Yeah, so it takes a bite and chomps at the wrong version of you.
I attack.
You freaking chop this thing half at the waist, and it's just on the ground. And then you see it so like trying to chomp at your ankles, and you just kick its head, and it just stops.
Sweet.
And it ceases. Okay, there's a big shiny axe on the ground.
Look at that shiny axe. When you
I'm
identify
going for the
that
crown,
shiny...
dude.
Chloe,
Oh, yeah.
you're basically able to
Yeah.
identify that shiny axe as a +1 great axe.
Heck yeah.
That's a D12, baby.
Wow. And I put on the magical crown. No, I'm sure.
You turn into a ghoul. No,
I
I'm
know.
kidding.
The Gold King.
The
I
crown.
turned into...
Crown's inert,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
Yeah, dude. It looks stylish. It's definitely... Feels nice. Feels right.
Oh, also, on one of the leader's undead fingies, you see a signet ring with the symbol, that same Abathor symbol you saw before.
Well,
Cool. I take it.
awesome. And let's clear the last room over here.
Yeah, so you go through that other small door,
Mhm.
and that looks like what's left of a kitchen. There's
Any
a
bread?
stone sink there, no bread.
Dang it. Dwarven bread is the best kind of bread. Okay.
Clearly, you've never had my mother's bread.
Clearly, you've never had my mother's bread.
It's
Bake
true.
off.
I guess we're
Neither of you guys have eaten each other's mother's bread.
We should get our
Mom,
moms together
Mom.
for a bake-off.
Yeah, bake off.
Alright.
Actually, I'm not sure even I've had my mother's bread. I forget. I'm
Wow.
an orphan.
That's sad. Oh no.
Everybody's an orphan. D&D.
Oh, yep. My parents were killed in an unfortunate fire.
Oh god.
An unfortunate fire.
From baking
As
too much
opposed to
bread.
those really fortunate fires.
Yeah.
Those are really fortunate house fires
Yeah.
that create families, that bring people together. Where do you want to go next?
Let's go find that ghost.
The fortress is your oyster.
Really? Yeah, I got this sick new crown. You got your cool axe, and I got my new shield. Man, love dungeon delving.
As you come up those stairs, turn to your left. It's a 10-foot wide hallway.
So I turn left and go through the first door.
Okay. As you enter that room, you see a super sooty fireplace there with some ghoulish footprints.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It smells really bad,
Yeah.
but the room is otherwise empty. Oh, wait, no, there's a big empty tub in there.
And then
go
exit
to-
through the other door.
As you exit through that door, you just have the feeling of, oh my god. And then as you turn to your left, you see the luminous, wispy form of a female elf floating in the dusty hallway before you, its face wreathed in a tangle of gossamer hair, its body clad in spectral rags that flutter around it. The apparition's face becomes a mask of rage,
Oh,
and it
gosh.
screams, "Get out of my house!"
Oh no.
Hey, baby.
Can I ask what business you have here? What?
I died here! Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm good at wisdom.
Okay, so all of you except Inverna are just like basically peeing your little pants right now.
Inverna ain't afraid no
Yeah,
ghosts.
Inverna ain't afraid of
Verna
no
would
ghosts.
never pee her little pants.
Yeah, Inverna's an elf. She sees this elf and is just like, oh, yeah, you're a banshee. Roll initiative.
Alright, I'll fire a firebolt I miss.
You attempt to raise your arm for a firebolt, but it just dissipates before you can summon the magic. All right, and Inverna's not afraid. What is she doing?
Fire her longbow at it. 1. That's a really bad roll tonight. Like, what the heck is going on?
Raises her crossbow, fires the bolt, and it passes right next to its spectral head.
Yeah, so,
Donabella
uses Sacred Flame.
All right. Sacred flames momentarily envelop this thing as its otherwise like white glowing form just flashes like an orange for a second. Well, this elven ghost is going to make a move toward Inverna and just reaches out a hand. 8 necrotic damage as her long, spooky finger taps Inverna on the nose. Your turn, Judd.
I cast Blur on myself again. 17.
You shake off the fear.
Bang my mason shield together.
All right, nice.
Let's do this.
Yeah, you're feeling tough. Back to you, Clodagh.
I'm gonna try a firebolt again.
This time, successfully, you launch a firebolt at it, and it shrieks out a terrifying screech.
Well, I reattach
Or
my
Donabella.
save.
You succeed, you shake off the fear, you landed that attack, you're feeling brave now. Yeah, maybe we can do it.
Hey!
If we believe.
Alright, Inverna's gonna attack. Since she's right there, she's gonna use her longsword.
Yeah.
Not 5 damage.
Yeah, so she swings through, and it looks hurt, but not immensely.
Donabella's turn. Gonna do another Sacred Flame.
Another sacred flame just swells around this thing as it shrieks out in pain. And this time, now on its turn here, it continues that scream into a cacophonous wail, and everybody must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof, that's not good.
Everybody except Clodagh just plops to the ground.
Oof.
This is fun.
It doesn't actually say, it just says they drop to 0 hit points. I don't know if that technically would mean they're stable, but I'm going to say they're stable. Because otherwise, this would almost be like a TPK.
Yeah. Clodagh's time to shine. Swing my big, swanky new great axe at this banshee.
Do it. You cleave a big chunk through this ghost. Its form takes a little longer to kind of reshape this time. She's going to reach out and try a touch on you. Ooh, but yeah, you're able to duck your head away at the last second, and its little fingy just passes you. You see waves of necrotic energy
Don't touch me with your
narrowly
gross,
before your
dead
eyes.
Thingy. I attack it again.
12 damage as your shining great axe peels through this ghost again, its form having even more trouble reshaping, this time more desperately, reaches out both its hands to you to almost cup your face, but you know you don't want that to happen. And yep, and its arms are almost dissipating as they reach out to you. It's your turn. What do you do?
One more, baby. I smooch the head of my great axe.
How do you send this ghost home?
I just swing the great axe like a fan and blow it away.
Yeah, you give it a good wind up like a old school baseball player and just fan side of your axe right through it. It screams again, but it just fades off into the distance.
Bye!
Yep. And your friends stir back to consciousness.
Where am I? Who are you?
Hey!
Oh, God, my head. It hurts.
Have a good nap?
No. Oh, God.
Now
God,
we
my ears are
truly
bleeding.
know who ain't afraid of no ghost.
Yeah. Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Should we take a short rest, maybe?
Oh yeah, that'd be better.
Oh, yeah,
Take a nap in the bath.
Yeah. You curl up in that stone tub.
Yeah. Just old memories of me as a child. Playing with my stone ducky.
Just sinking in the water.
Yeah. Everything was made of stone when I was a child.
Okay. Okay. Still a little stinky in here.
Great.
More ghouls. What's in the next room?
Move out and
Yeah.
just keep
You
sweeping
go down the
rooms.
next room. That one is another bedroom. This one, extremely grand inside. It has another fireplace at the end of it. There are some booted footprints.
I look in the fireplace.
Well, as you go up to the fireplace and start poking around in there, a bunch of bat things start flying out, just starting to flee past you. But some of them are definitely going to make some little sucker attacks.
I'm gonna be suckered.
Yeah. One of them punctures Donabella and slurps out a little,
Oh no, Donabella, your blood.
Oh, that's
4 blood points.
You gotta keep a hold of your blood. It's important.
Yep, and it just instantly then detaches and follows its friends out down the hallway.
Just took a little sip.
Yep. And as you're then, checking around in that fireplace now, undisturbed, you fix your hair. Inside, you see handprints on the back wall. When you push on those handprints, it's a little secret door. And inside this tiny room, there is a large iron chest with clawed feet. On the front of it looks like a lock with a tiny little indentation that matches the symbol of the ring.
Ooh, I punch it with the ring on.
You punch it with the ring and twist your fist, and the chest springs open on its rusty spring hinges, whatever. Inside, you find a spooky looking helmet and a set of gauntlets.
What do these things do, Mr. Magic Man?
I identify them.
Gauntlets of ogre power, which will turn your strength score to 19.
Over smash.
The helmet has some red eyes, and you identify it as a dread helm of night.
Yeah.
Combining 2 magic items here, they make your eyes like glow red when you're wearing them and give you 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh, I feel like you should have this. Yeah. So then we
I
don't have
do
to.
also feel like I should.
Yeah. Tired of lighting all these torches. Oh,
So-
welcome to the world of darkness.
I can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, you put it on, glowing red night vision. It looks pretty cool.
So what's in this room at the end of the hall?
Open it up. This just looks like a nicer bathroom.
Hold on, guys.
Well,
I gotta.
not a.
I'll be back. I gotta take care of some business. I really gotta go.
That ghost really scared the crap out of you. Anyway.
Let's go down this tiny staircase.
As you begin to descend the staircase, oh man, it really smells.
Super
And, down in that room, you see a lot of debris, and also you can hear, just before you round the corner, the hisses and snarls of ghouls that must lair here.
Well, let's go kill him.
You wanna go stealthily?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Okay, everybody roll a stealth.
7.
Clodagh, you're leading the way. You knock your piece of rubble,
My boot.
down there, and it clatters across the room. The ghouls see it. Roll initiative! Jug, you are the first to act.
I cast magic missile.
The one running up at Clodagh with a claw extended takes 8 force damage as you blast it with magic missile.
Magic greater.
Oh!
16 damage.
Oh! We really wanted to sneak up and do this, but
It's like,
instead, you just swing. Its head just flies through the air, splats against the back wall.
And Verna's gonna run up to the next one. And sword.
She runs up and chops into the thigh of one of these ghouls as it's running toward her.
Sacred flame.
Orange, magical, holy flames encapsulate it for a moment, and then it's going to continue running up toward Verna and making an attack with its claw. But it totally fails. And that means it's the other ghoul's turn. That one's gonna run up. It should go right at you, Clodagh.
Not me.
Oh, lands a bite attack.
My flash.
So I cast firebolt. Yes.
So it takes a blast right in center mass. It's still lurching toward you guys.
Oh no.
Give me my flash back. Ah.
Swing, but as it was reeling back from its bite, gets out of the way in the last second.
And Verna attacks the weak one.
Chops that one down between its neck and shoulder, like all the way down to its navel, basically, just like peeling it apart.
Like an undead banana.
Exactly, like an undead banana.
Donabella uses Sacred Flame.
So on this one that tried to bite you, she brings up another sacred flame on it. It screams out in pain. Ouchie! So it's gonna run up and try to bite Donabella.
Oh shit, she's gonna die.
Yeah, she might.
Dang it.
Yep.
I have to use
As it
this
sinks a
potion.
big chomp into Donabella right in her skinny little throat. She
Come
frickin'
on,
falls to the
Donabella.
ground. What do you do as the ghoul lurches its head back, dripping with Donabella's
gosh.
bright red
Avenger.
freaking blood?
Yeah. Charge forward and help Clodagh and flank it with my mace.
Okay, you run up behind the ghoul.
Whoa!
Crit after crit.
Yeah.
Now that's what I call vengeance.
10 damage.
You mace it in the back of the head, really like smashing it in, but its shoulders like kind of cave in all around this too, but it's just twists around to
It just
face you, Jug.
Fine, I'll avenge her.
And just with the side of your axe, just like boop, and the stench of Axeholm is lifted.
Finally.
Alright, so check out the DM guide for this quest and more in the Dragon of Icespire Peak playlist. Thank you for watching, and keep building.